Good morning, dear students. Now we are watching EduStar Class 6 History Chapter 3 in the Earliest Cities Part 1. In this lesson, you are going to learn about the earliest cities, that is Karapa and Mohenjo-daro. Here, the first one is the beginning of civilization. Yes, so in that, now you are going to learn about the story of Karapa. Yes, very often old buildings have a story to tell, right? Nearly 150 years ago, when railway lines were being laid down for the first time in the Punjab, engineers stumbled upon the site of Karapa in present day Pakistan. To them, it seemed like a mound that was a rich source of ready made and high quality bricks. So, they carried thousands of bricks from the walls of the old building of the city to build railway lines. So, many buildings were completely destroyed. Then, about 80 years ago, archaeologists found the site and realized that this was one of the oldest cities in the subcontinent. As this was the first city to be discovered, all other sites from where similar buildings were found were described as Karapa. These cities developed about 4700 years ago. Yes, and what was the special about these cities? Yes, many of the cities were divided into two or more parts. Usually, the part to the west was smaller than higher. Archaeologists described this as the citadel. Generally, the part to the east was larger but lower. This is called the lower town. Very often, walls of baked brick were built around each part. The bricks were so well made that have lasted for thousands of years. The bricks were laid in an interlocking pattern and that made the walls very strong. Yes, in some cities, a special buildings were constructed on the citadel. For example, in Mohenjo-daro, a very special tank which archaeologists call the Great Bath. Yes, so was built in this area. This was lined with bricks, coated with plaster and made with watertight layer of natural tar. Yes, and see the houses in these cities were built with courtyards and staircase, and houses had thick walls and high ceilings, and they kept the rooms cool in hot summer months. Yes. Next, see in the houses, the floors of the houses were kutcha. Roofs were flat and thatched. The houses had courtyards, doors, windows, and narrow staircases. Yes. So in one of the corner of the house there was a kitchen, and most of the cooking was done in the courtyard of the house. And one more thing, many houses were built with bathing areas and had water supply from the nearby well. And this is a well, it looks like a chimney because the soil around it has been removed. Did you see the picture? Yes. The houses had internal plumbing. Some houses even had private wells. The private wells would be maintained or made larger over the years. And almost every house had a private bathing area with drains to take the used water away. These bathing areas had watertight floors too. Yes, this was a advanced technology they used on those days. And we see a lot of variety in the size of home in Karapan cities. So some houses were as small as single rooms like dormitories, and some houses are looks very bigger. And see, this is a public bathing area in the Karapan city. and there were large public wells and bathing areas found in the cities too. So this is called public bathing. Yes, and these are the places have may also have been used for washing clothes. Yes, so they are using for bathing and also washing the clothes. The next one is see the drainage system. A drainage system is a network of pipes that takes away wastewater. And how do you think drainage system were 5000 years ago? There are still so many places are there. Yes, be ready for a surprise, and these Harappan cities were quite advanced. And they don't just have drains, they had well planned drainage system throughout the city. Yes. See, these towns had proper covered drainage systems. The trains have a gentle slope so that water would flow through it. So nowadays we have a drainage system, right? But before 5000 years ago, the Harappan cities made out of this drainage system. See the next one. What does the elaborate drainage system tell us? The people of the city know about hygiene and sanitation and had throw about it lot. The houses, drains and the street would have to be planned and built together. Right. And the next one see city walls. So many archaeologists call the Harappan cities nested. Why? This is because the Harappans loved to build walls within walls. So that's why they call nested. Yes. And you just think, why do archaeologists say that the Harappan cities are nested? So the answer is there in the last image, right? Just think about it. And see the next about a Harappan city. So this was what it may have looked like. See, the buildings are there and some of the drainage system is there. Did you see that? Yes. And the next one is Mohenjo-daro. One of the more famous Harappan cities that has been excavated is in Mohenjo-daro. The Karapa, Mohenjo-daro, Lothal, these are some of the important cities. And see, look at the layout of the Mohenjo-daro. This is the layout of the Mohenjo-daro. And Mohenjo-daro is one of the important earliest cities. So, the idea of a grid may seem normal to you now, but it was very unusual at the time. No other towns at the same time were anywhere close to being as planned as these cities were. Yes, let's compare with another town of at the time from the Mesopotamia region. And just to see Mesopotamia region, so that is nearby Indus, between the Indus and Europe. And see, look at the layout of the city from Sumeria. You can make out that there is no such planning really. See how it was. See the picture. In the Mohenjo-daro layout, you can see several wide roads. Did you see that? Yes, that pass right through the city and they have a well planned cities, right? Yes, the next one is the Great Bath. So this is the most important building in the citadel of Mohenjo-daro. And see the building. So this is called the Great Bath. So there are two wide staircases from the both side to enter it, right? See, front and back, the both sides are to enter into the Great Bath. Did you see that in the picture? Yes. The floor of the tank was made watertight with bricks, plaster and tar. Tar means that is a natural tar they are used on those days. Nowadays we are having these facilities and all, right? Yes, and see, This is the earliest public water tank in the ancient world. So the Great Bath was called the earliest public water tank in the ancient period. The tank measures 12 meter in length and is 7 meter wide, and the depth is 2.5 meter. And see the length, wide, and also the depth. Scholars think this tank was used for special religious functions. Yes, for the function times the people they used the Great Bath. So bathing may have been an important religious ritual for these people. Yes, the bathing is one of the important religious ritual for the earliest people. Yes, next see, in the earliest cities, the life of the people, how they can live, what are the food items they ate, and some of the points they discussed in this area. See, life in the city. A Harappan city must have been a very busy place. There must be a group of people who actually looked after the city, the government, or the rulers. And they are having the well planned and maintaining cities in that. Right? See, what did they eat? And we have found the sesame and mustard and in cooking parts also. Right? So, they might have used the vegetables to eat. And there were cattle pens of various type of animals. So, meat must have been eaten by those people as well. And archaeologists use such a clues and try to put together a picture. And they also eat barley, wheat, rice, dates must have been their main food items. And they also had fruits like melons, pomegranates, and bananas also. Right? Okay. And how did they form? They must have used plugs to turn the soil. Though archaeologists have not found real plugs, they did find a toy plugs in the excavations. Just see the picture. As the places where the Harappan towns are not receive heavy rainfall, they must have some kind of irrigation method for farming. So the farmers and herdsmen must have lived outside the city and supplied the water for the farming. And the soil was fertile. They must have grown 2 crops in a year. They probably grow wheat, barley, mustard, sesame, cotton, and millets. And villages were located in these nearby cities. The Harappans were the earliest people to grow cotton. Yes, the Greeks learned about the cotton from the Indians. So that's why it is called the citron. And the Harappans probably had domestic animals like dogs, sheep, goat, oxen, and so many animals. And archaeologists have guessed this from the terracotta figures and bone remains that they have found. Yes, and what did they wear? So men and women must have dressed in colorful robes. So men may have also worn the headdress. And see the picture. The next about jewelry. So women wore necklaces, bangles, bracelets, earrings, and wristbands. Just to see the picture. See the jewelries and all the earliest people they used on those days. Yes, ornaments were made up of gold, silver, bone, stone, ivory, and shell. So women combed their hair and used a mirror made the shiny copper. So the rich wore jewelry made up of gold and silver. The others are other metals. And men and women both wore jewelry. They wore rings and armlets too. Just to see the picture. The jewelries are very different from us, right? Yes. And what did they do for fun? So the Harappans probably enjoyed dance. So they are statues of dancing girls and dancing figures on seals that were found in the cities. And see the next one. dice. Dice have been found, so the Karappans may have played the board games. So nowadays also we played with the dice, right? So the ancient people, they also use this. A large public bath was found at Mohenjo-daro. So bathing was probably an important activity too. Already we saw that in the previous images, right? So the bathing is one of the important activity in their life. And see, a lot of children toys made up of terracotta have been found too. So terracotta means the red clay, right? Yes. Thank you.